Hey y'all, welcome back to Jack's Drinkwater Southern Cooking and Barbecue. In today's video, we're going to be having a look at the Z-Grill's pellet grill. This is the 700 series, and specifically this is the 700 D4E. We're going to be doing an initial walk around on it, the initial startup, and a burn in. So let's get going. And as a bonus, we're going to do a test to try to find out where our hot spots are. All right, to start with, I'm going to call this part here the barrel part, this black part the barrel part, and this part here the lid, and the hopper lid here. So this barrel part is double walled and it's 2 millimeters thick. Not the thickest out there, but certainly thicker than some of them. The lid here is stainless steel, and also the hopper lid is stainless steel. One thing I want to mention about the Z-Grills, these jokers are mass produced, which would probably account for, on this side here, it's not entirely flush. You can see there's a little bit of play in there. Not a big deal breaker for me because I'm going to put a gasket on here anyway. So and I would probably put a gasket on any smoker or grill that I buy, so not a big deal. Also has a PID controller. If you don't know what a PID controller is, PID controller just helps you maintain your temps without having to open your vents, close your vents, dial them in, open your grill doors, or things like that. So inside you have your warming rack and you have your main cooking rack. Your warming rack is 26 in length by 6.5 in width. The bottom, you're looking at 26 in length and 19 in width. Also on the inside, you have an RTD temp probe. You also have an inlet here where your 2 included temp probes go. So when you remove your cooking grates, you'll see here that you have what they call a grease drain pan, and you'll notice that it's set up at an angle. I also want to mention on the grease drain pan, they recommend that you cover that with aluminum foil if that's what you want to do, but it's totally not necessary. Now, after you remove the grease drain pan, you'll notice that there's a heat baffle in there. And after you remove the heat baffle, then you'll notice you'll have your hopper burner that sits in there. This is where your pellets will actually fall out from the auger into here and then ignite. You also have storage below. There's 2 magnetic doors there. When you open those up, you can fill that full of pellets or cooking utensils or whatever you want. So the hopper has a capacity of 20 pounds. And as you open it up, and it's pretty simple. You just open it up, toss in your pellets. So if you look down inside, you'll see that there's a little corkscrew little thingy there that spins, and that's called your auger. So once you put the pellets in here, that starts spinning, and it will actually push your pellets through the tube and then into that hopper burner. And on the back of this, which is really what I like about this, in the back of this, it has a pellet clean out. So if you're, say, doing cherry pellets and you want to switch out to oak or some other type pellet, you can drain the pellets that you have in there and then put in your new pellets. It's also worth mentioning that it has this little pull handle. Also want to mention those caster wheels there. You have 2 in the front. The 2 in the front, and then you have locking ones in the rear. So that concludes our little walk around. You can pick up one of these Z-Grills, this exact same model, for about $629. That's not including shipping. There may be free shipping. I'm not sure. You'll have to go to their website and check. I'll leave a link below. If you have this shipped to you, it's not totally put together, so it'll take you probably hour and a half. It took me about an hour, 15 minutes, thereabouts. And if you put one of these together before, then you'll probably have it together in like 30 minutes. Anyway, let's get that burn-in started. All right, to start your burn-in, you're going to open up your lid. You're going to remove your cooking grates. Remove your grease trap or your grease deal and your heat baffle. We're going to plug in the unit. We're going to hit our power button. Don't hold it in, just push it. Then we're going to set it to smoke. You're going to make sure you're going to open the hopper lid. that hopper should start spinning, and that's what you want to see. You want to see it start to move, and it'll just move for a few seconds, then it'll stop, and then about 30 or 60 seconds later it'll start moving again. And it barely moves. And also, after you see it moving, you want to make sure that you hear the fan running, and you'll feel a little bit of air coming out. And now what we want to do is we want to see some smoke, or at least smell some smoke. I'm smelling the smoke. I can't really see it in this light, but I'm smelling it. Now what you want to do is you want to add some pellets. You don't have to add a lot, maybe 1 to 2 pounds. All right, now what you're going to do is you're going to set it to high. We're going to let that go until we see pellets start dropping into our fire hopper there. We're going to leave everything open, and once we see the pellets start dropping into our hopper burner there, then we'll move on to the next step. So our pellets have started to drop. So what you're going to do is turn it off, then turn it immediately back to smoke. All right, now we're going to wait until we get flames, and then we'll move on to the next step. Now that we got our flames, let's put our heat baffle in. In goes your grease tray. Put your cooking grates back in. Leave everything open, and when we start seeing a lot of smoke, we're going to go ahead and close it up. And we're going to turn it to high for 45 minutes. So we're shutting our lid. We're going to kick this all the way up to high. We'll see you guys in 45 minutes. So I do want to say that just so you can see the temp difference. So we got my Maverick here, 425 reading on that, 425 on that. And again, I have the center of the grate here is where I have my Maverick set up. Now I will say this, I don't know if I mentioned it, but this pellet grill has temp ranges between as low as 180 all the way up to 450. We have been going 25 minutes now, and I still haven't reached 450 yet. So if you're looking to try to get 450 on that, it's taking a while. Now again, it could be because of this gap that I was telling you guys about earlier. See? Now that I could be losing some heat there. All right, it's actually been about 55 minutes. And you can see we're pretty close. This one right here, my Maverick's fluctuating between 449 and 451. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead. I'm still smelling some nasty stuff, so I'm just gonna let it keep rolling at 450 for just a little bit longer, maybe another 10 minutes. After it reaches 10 minutes, we're going to turn it back to smoke, and then we're gonna let it go for another 10 minutes, and then we'll be done with the burn-in. So it's been 10 minutes. Let's shut it down. Now it's going to take, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes, so I'm told, for this fan to cut off. But it is shut down. So I'm going to let it cool down completely, and then we'll start our hotspot test. We've let our Z-Grills completely cool. We've turned it back on. I've got it set for 225 degrees. So we're going to take some tortillas and lay them out. All right, we'll let them go. Maybe, let's see, 15 minutes or so. See what happens. It's been 15 minutes. Let's give these a look. Not smelling any burning anywhere, so that's a good thing. All right, I'm pretty excited about that. Even cooking all around. I'm digging it. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I want to throw this out there right now that throughout the whole month of November, Z-Grills has a killer Black Friday deal going on right now. If you're interested in the Z-Grill, go get you a steal of a deal on one of these. It's not just grills, accessories and all kind of other stuff they got deals on as well. Right now, I have to say I'm pretty impressed with this little pellet grill so far. excited about doing some other cooks on it. Not sure. You guys leave me a comment below on what you'd like to see me cook on the new Z Grills.